sheet for myself. Yeah. I think we should start.
Just have the cottage list. Probably Joey should have.
Shabbat Shalom. As we gather tonight to show some love and to honor the members of our caring community, the people who show up for us, the people who are the molecular glue that holds this community together as we make promises to show up for one another, and who actualize that not just by praying for each other, but by making meals for each other, by doing all the stuff that we actually need when we have need. We wanted to sing a song with you to open tonight that really kind of speaks to this incredible role that so many of you play in the life of this community. And I think you have the words to it on a little piece of paper in front of you. We've sung it a couple times before, but we would really love to help you find your way into it. So here's what I would like to do. I would like to, one time through, to sing a line of it, and then have you sing that line back with me, and then we'll just keep singing it for a while, and finding our way into the harmonies of it, and finding our way into the moment of it, and finding our way into the gratitude of it, and finding our way into the Shabbat of it. So here's a line. We shall be known by the company we keep. We shall be known by the company we... Let me do that again. We shall be known by the What had just happened to me? Something just happened to me. We shall be known by the company we keep. Thank you. See, we are in this thing together. We shall be known by the company we keep. By the ones who circle round to tend these fires. By the ones who circle round to tend these fires. Let's do all of that. We shall be known by the company we keep. By the ones who circle round to tend these fires. Listen. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. The seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. Let's sing those two lines kind of run together, so let's sing them together. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. Listen. It is time now. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. Listen, it is time now.
It is time now.
And what a time to be alive.
And what a time to be alive.
In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. Now let's just sing it for a few times. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now, It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle around to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle around to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love.
Shabbat shalom, everyone. Oh gosh, it is so good to see everyone here tonight. It's so good to see through a camera friends on YouTube and friends on Zoom and our Makom Minyan. Is there anyone who's here in our physical space or in our Zoom space for the very first time? Yay! Welcome. Please come say hi after the service, and a lot of love to newcomers on the Makom Minyan as well. My name is Rabbi Joey Glick. I have brown curly hair and glasses, and I'm joined tonight by...
I'm Sophie. I have light skin and short brown hair and a blue button-up shirt on.
I'm MJ, she and her pronouns. I've got curly dark hair with some purple in it. I got big glasses. I'm very, very purple.
As MJ already said, tonight's service is dedicated to our community's care volunteers. Can we just get a big round of sparkly fingers for these folks? The people in our community who provide rides to services, provide meals to people going through hard times or transitions, provide support after deaths and after enduring shivas, and about 20 other things that just go below the surface. I'm so happy to pass the microphone off to Rondi and Caroline, the co-chairs of our Caring Community Committee, to introduce the service tonight. Do you all want a music stand?
What?
Do you want a music stand?
Oh, I don't think so. Okay. It is taught in Mishnah that the world rests on three things: Torah, Avodah, prayer, and Gemalut Chesed, acts of loving kindness. Torah teaches us how to behave in the world. Avodah cultivates our relationship to God, and Gemilut Chesed asks that we perform acts of loving kindness.
Tonight, we are here to honor our caring community volunteers, those who perform acts of loving kindness, who come to Shivas, assume the role of hosts, and help hold your grief, who deliver home-cooked meals when you're ill, have had a baby or death in your family, or just need a helping hand, who send cards to let you know you're in our thoughts when you're ill or you're grieving, who give rides when you want to attend service in person but need transportation. In essence, we perform mitzvot, most commonly translated as good deed, but is actually a commandment. To do a mitzvah is to do what is holy.
But performing a mitzvah is a two-way street. It is also taught in Mishnah that asking for help is a mitzvah of equal holiness, because when we ask, when we need support, gives others the opportunity to be holy. So we want to acknowledge those who have asked, knowing that when one asks for help and another person responds, their connection resonates beyond the physical act. When we open our hearts to each other, we create the web of community that holds us all.
However, when Shir Tikva began, there was no caring community. None was needed. The web of community already existed among the 25 families who started our shul and knew if someone was ill or in mourning and would naturally help each other. But our synagogue grew beyond our ability to stay in touch and know when someone needs support. So Yad B'Yad, hand in hand, was formed, or what we now refer to as the caring community.
We go through many seasons in our lives, times of joy and times of sorrow, times when we can give and times when we need to receive. So tonight we want to acknowledge that we all need help and to honor those in our community who have offered their time, love, and energy to support those in need. And we would like to ask Cookie Montgomery and Jane Newman to light Shabbat candles, two of the caring community's founding members when it was still called Yad V'Yad, who had the vision to find a way for us all to be holy by holding up the world and each other.
You can find the prayers for candle lighting on page 2, number 2 online. You got it.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you so much. Before we move into an opportunity to just like sing all of this deeply into our bones, I have the total pleasure of getting to offer a blessing. Mary, can I ask you to come forward? Mary Hartman, longtime member of Shir Tikva, longtime volunteer in this community. We as a community get to bless you on your 75th birthday. Mary, the Hebrew root that I want to bless you with tonight is Mem, Lamed, He, Maleh. If you add up the numerical values of each of those letters, you get the number 75. The word maleh, mem lamed he, means both to fill up and to be full. Mary, I want to bless you with a year of being totally filled up with the joy of life, stunning winter light, with care and love of your friends and community. And I want to bless you too with the strength to continue filling up those around you with your care, with your support, and with your wisdom. I want to bless you with one more definition of this root. It can also mean to compliment, to give or receive a compliment. May this birthday, may this whole year ahead be a time when compliments are raining down upon you. And I'll start it off by saying, your blue hair is looking wonderful tonight.
Thank you.
Mary, we love you. Mazel tov, mazel tov, zimin tov, mazel tov, zimin tov, yehelanu, 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 u'lechol Yisrael, yehelanu, yehelanu, u'lechol Yisrael, yehelanu, yehelanu. Mary, thanks for giving us an opportunity to sing. We'll begin our service on page 12, number 3 online, Lechun Eranana.
Lechun eranena, l'Adonai, nariah, l'tzur yishenu. Nekadem afanav betoda bizmirot narialo.
We turn to page 13, last paragraph on the page, number 4 online.
ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ותגל הארץ. ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ותגל הארץ. ירם הים ומלואו, ירם הים ומלואו. ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ותגל הארץ. Ya la 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 ya la ya la ya la da 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 da. Ya la 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 ya la ya la ya la da 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 da. Ya la 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 ya la ya la ya la da 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 da. Ya la 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 ya la ya la ya la da 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 da. Oh ay ya da da da. Oh ay da da da. Ay da da da. Oh ay da da da. Oh ay da da da. Ay da da da. השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ותגל הארץ. ירם הים, ירם הים, ירם הים ומלואו, ירם הים, ירם הים, ירם הים ומלואו.
We call out with all the strength that we have, all the strength we want, on the purple sheet, number 1 on a bakoach.
On page 13. Oh, are we skipping something?
Oh my gosh, we aren't. We're on page 14, and we will audible later on. Page 14, number 5 online, last paragraph on the page.
Light is returning, even though it is the darkest hour, no one can hold back the dawn. Light is returning, even though it is the darkest hour, no one can hold back the dawn. Or Zarua, la tzadik, u'yisrael simcha. Or Zarua, la tzadik, u'yisrael simcha. Oh, Zarua,
or zarua la tzadik u'yisrael simcha.
Light
Is returning, even though it is the darkest hour, no one can hold back the dawn.
no one can hold
Back the dawn.
Yisrael
Now, with all of our power built up and purple sheets newly arrived in your hands, we turn to number 1 on the purple sheet on a Bakoach.
Ana bechoach gedulat yamincha, tatir tzerura, kaberinat, rinat amcha, tzalenu tareinu nora. Ana bechoach gedulat yamincha, tatir tzerura, kaberinat, rinat amcha, tzalenu tareinu nora. I believed in solid ground until I saw the earth in motion. In the wind of steady change, and in the ever-rolling ocean. I believed in solid ground until I saw the earth in motion. In the wind of steady change, and in the ever-rolling ocean.
We're charged up now. We're charged up with all the power that's in us. And now we get to call that out. We get to greet whatever needs to come into our practice, into our hearts, into our minds this Shabbos. We'll turn on page 20, number 7 online to the words of Lecha Dodi.
Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Penei Shabbat Kabbalat Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Penei Shabbat Kabbalat Shamoy v'zachor B'dibur echad Hishmi'anu El HaMiuchad Adonai echad Hu Shemo echad V'Shemo tiferet V'litzilah Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Penei Shabbat Nekabela Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Penei Shabbat Nekabela Likrat Shabbat Lechu v'nelcham Ki hi mekor haberacha Merosh mikedem nesucha Sof ma'aseh B'machshava tchila Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Penei Shabbat Nekabela Lecha Dodi נפשי בגדי תפארתך עמי ayat beishai bet halachni karvael nafshi ge'ala lecha Adoni likrat kala Shabbat nekabela lecha Adoni likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela Kevod Adonai, alayich nigla, lecha Adoni, likrat kala, penei Shabbat, nekabela lecha Adoni likrat kala penei Shabbat Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela lo tivoshi velo tikami ma tishtochechi umatemi bach yechesu aniyami ונבנתה עירתי לה lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela והיו למשיסה שעושייך ורחקו כל מבלייך יסיס אלייך אלוהייך כיסוס חתן הכלה lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela ימין ושמאל תפרוצי ואת אדוני תריצי היד איש בן פרצי ונשמחה ונגילה lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה
chala, holecha dodi, likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi, likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Ay, 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 la, la, ay, 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 la, 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 la. Ay, 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 la, 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 la. Ay, 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 la, 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 la. Olecha dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Let's sing our friends back in. Oh yeah, lecha dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Oh lecha dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everyone. We'll take the next 4 minutes. If a lot of sound is not something you want going in, the Onal Hall is a great place for you. Otherwise, folks should stick around and greet your neighbors. And yeah, schmooze. If you can hear my voice, clap once. If you can hear my voice, take a deep breath inward and out. Welcome back. We'll pick up praying our way into darkness together, starting on page 28, number 8 online, Rising in Body or Spirit. Ya dumba ya yo, ya da dumba ya 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 dumba yo, ya dumba ya dumba ya yo. Baruch et Adonai Amevorach. Baruch Adonai Amevorach. Amevorach. Leolam va'ed. Amevorach. Leolam va'ed. You stay standing in body or spirit, turning to page 34. Taking a big collective breath in, and we'll sing out in one voice together. Shema Yisrael. You can be seated. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'otecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele Asher Anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinatam levanecha v'tibarta bam b'shivtecha b'vetecha uvlaftecha v'aderech Ushochecha uvkumecha, Ukshartan leo tal yadecha, Vehayula totafot benenecha, Uktataham, Hamizuzot betecha, Uvisharecha. Leman tiskeru vasitem et kol mitzvotai vaitem kedoshim Elohechem Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lechem Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem. Amen. We turn to page 40, number 11 online from Micha Mocha.
Mocha, Haelim Adonai, Mi kamocha, Nedar b'kodesh, Nora tehilot, Osef eleh, Malchutecha Moshe u'Miriam, Seli anu ve'amru, Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
I have just the total pleasure of welcoming up Amy Funk to share a short kavanah and intention for our prayer. Joey height.
I'm shorter. For those on Zoom, I'm 5'4". Shabbat Shalom.
This is my first time back at services since I had a concussion last September. I'm so touched by the warm welcome and how good it feels to be back with my community. Thank you. I was honored to be asked to give a kavanah before Hashkivenu at a Shabbat honoring the volunteers of our caring community. I've had the privilege of being a committee member, volunteer, and most recently, a grateful recipient of their loving care. Their spirit is the essence of community. Hashkivenu. I will admit to some difficulty relating to Adonai on a spiritual level. Yes, I know I'm president, but I struggle with it. Experiencing Adonai as the divine. There is a human tendency to anthropomorphize that which isn't human, and our liturgy often uses human characteristics in describing Adonai. Likely my difficulty is exacerbated by my childhood view of Adonai, a male pirate, eye patch, peg leg and all, sitting on a cloud looking down to see who was messing up. Try as I might, I still have a hard time letting go of that image and experiencing Adonai as a spiritual force. But I have no such difficulty when we sing Hashkivenu. Shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. What a beautiful and comforting image. I often feel a sense of well-being and peace when we sing those words. They touch my core. Our caring community provides us with a kind of shelter, comforting us safely through dark times when we're hurting physically or emotionally. How well held we are beneath their loving embrace.
It is just so freaking good to see you. We'll sing that out on page 42, number 13 online.
Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, ve'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ve'tagnenu be'etzat tova milfanecha, Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, ve'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ve'tagnenu be'etzat tova milfanecha, Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, ve'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ve'tagnenu be'etzat tova milfanecha.
Taking a moment to stretch your body in whatever way it needs stretched. We turn on 44, number 14 online for Veshamru.
Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם, ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני
Shabbat vayinavash. Shabbat, Shabbat vayinavash. Shabbat, Shabbat vayinavash.
In a second, we'll stand on page 46. But before we get there, I'd love to invite folks on the count of 3 to call out one word of gratitude, one thing that you feel thankful for from this last week. 1, 2, 3. May all those words braid their way into our davening tonight. We'll rise on page 46, starting together and then going into quiet. Adonai, Sevtai Tivta, Uviagid, Adonai, Sevtai Tivta, Uviagid.
shalom bimroma. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimroma. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen.
Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru Oseh shalom bimroma. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen. Yalla la 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 yalla yalla la yalla la 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 yalla la 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 la. Oh yalla la 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 yalla la la yalla la 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 yalla la 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 la. Oh yalla la 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 yalla yalla la yalla la 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 yalla la 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 la. Oh yalla la 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 yalla yalla la yalla la 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 yalla la 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 la.
On the path towards praying for healing, I'd love to invite up Julie Jacobs to share a kavanah on the words of healing.
So I have been volunteer for the caring community, and I've also been a recipient. I was on a very restricted diet. I was having no fiber, dairy, cheese, wheat. The only thing, I was a pescatarian, but I could not have any fiber. And I had an injury, and Robin Miller called and said, can we bring you meals? And I said, I don't think that's going to be possible. My diet's so restricted, I can't imagine anybody being willing to do that. And over the course of about 3 or 4 weeks, I received 9 or 10 meals that covered, the meals would have 2 or 3 portions. And I was so grateful. The caring community is what the synagogue is all about. I'm very grateful. Thank you.
We have a chance now to pray for healing in just all of the subtle and strange and beautiful ways that it comes to us, whether by way of a casserole dish or whether by way of medicine or whether by way of finding our way towards the end of life as well. In a moment, I'll do just a sweep around the room. Folks should feel free to say the name of anyone that's on your heart tonight that you'd like to pray for healing. When the world is sick, can no one be well? But I dreamt we were all beautiful and strong. When the world is sick, can no one be well? But I dreamt we were all beautiful and strong. I want to pause for one more moment here in our healing service to acknowledge the death of Tyree Nichols at the hands of police officers in Memphis. Video of Mr. Nichols' death was released today. I want to ask us to sing one more round of healing, sending love and strength to Black folks in our community, around our country, to the protesters in Memphis, and most of all, to Mr. Nichols' family. May we collectively renew the deep work of resistance and healing required to end this type of brutality in our country. When the world is sick, can no one be well? And I dreamt we were all beautiful and strong. In a moment, we'll hear words of Torah from Jessica Wicks. There'll be a brief bit of stage transition, and in that time, I would love a little bit of singing.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Jessica Wicks, and I have blondish, grayish hair. I'm wearing a black sweatshirt that says "Nevertheless She Persists" with a artistic representation of an independent woman on the front. Blue pants, and I'm in a pink and blue wheelchair. Okay. In our Parsha this week, Parsha Bo tells our story of the Passover. The time when Moshe leads the people out of the land of Mitzrayim towards the land promised by Hashem. Let me take this down. The people who left Egypt were a diverse group. Tova Lubavitch Douglas, in her article on Bo, points out in Shemot 12:38 they were a mixed multitude. That is, according to her, the people of Israel included converts of different nationalities and some Egyptians, perhaps, who wanted to leave the oppression of their native land. We are a diverse people, yet each of us carry a spark of the divine within. We see the humanity in each of us, and from that comes compassion for each other. More on this later. Back to the Parsha, Moshe teaches in 12:26 and 7, "And when your children ask you, 'What do you mean by this rite?' you shall say, 'It is the Passover sacrifice to the Lord, because he passed over the houses of the Israelites in Egypt when he smote the Egyptians, but saved our houses.'" 2 other times the instruction is repeated for the people of Israel. Rabbi Jonathan Sachs, of blessed memory, points out how counterintuitive it is to look not at that day, but at some point in the distant future. But we teach the story around the Passover table, a havruta of sorts, in which the children are encouraged to ask questions as they tell their ancient story, making it our own, and as they grow, it becomes theirs as well. It is we who were in Egypt, escaping our own Mitzrayim, our narrow place. It was a revolutionary act. You know, others built buildings, pyramids, public arenas, tombs, but we built schools. We tell our stories, remember our history, and have survived even as one civilization after another has fallen. Our Passover festival has been the glue that held us together over centuries. We tell the story and we make it our own. We remember the stories and the history of our people. I confess, as a writer, historian, and storyteller, I love this aspect of being Jewish. As we tell our stories, I can't help but reflect on the last few years. A worldwide pandemic that has affected so many of us, and yet in many cases brought out the very best of us through cards and meals, of gathering to sit Shiva, to mourn those who we have passed, to comfort those who've lost a loved one. I imagine what it must have been like for Moshe to lead the people, 12 tribes from the young to the very old. What of the very old, not able to walk again like me, and the children who could not keep up or not yet able to walk? Did they carry them over their shoulders or on makeshift carts? With only a leader or a few pitching in, and this journey was impossible. It was in community that our people survived, each doing their part, lifting each other in this difficult journey. Those children in carts or on shoulders, did they go out with their parents to gather manna? I suspect that was how it was. Everyone has a role in looking out for everyone else. As Jews, we teach that the world rests on 3 things: Torah, Avodah, and Gemilut Chesed, deeds of loving kindness. Reading from a Book of Life by Michael Strassfeld, to act in a way of the Lord according to Abraham, one acted with tzedakah u'mishpat, that is, justice and righteousness. So we should not just act out of caring, but out of righteousness and justice. But the word was not tzedakah, but Gemilut Chesed. Why, you might ask? Well, because according to Strassfeld, Gemilut Chesed is an even holier way to act out of loving kindness. That is, to go beyond what is required by justice. To act out of loving kindness is to identify with other people, to feel for them, to want to help them, and ease their burden, even if simple justice would not require it. To act out of loving kindness is to understand we are all lost in a broken world, yet together we can improve the journey of life. Gemilut Chesed means to care even when it's not deserved. It also means to understand that we all need deeds of loving kindness to be done for us, not just the poor. There is no more powerful memory than Parsha Bo in Exodus. We are a communal people, a caring people. It is fundamental to who we are. In Pirkei Avot 2:21, Rabbi Tarfon says, "It is not your responsibility to finish the work of perfecting the world, but you are not free to desist from it either." Working together, with all of us doing our part, we can make a difference in people's lives, including our own. Am Yisrael Kai, Shabbat Lo Shalom. Okay, talk.
One of my favorite parts of my job is getting to read folks' comments in advance and then see it evolve into folks' words. Jessica, Julie, Amy, just everyone who's spoken tonight, thank you so much for your Torah. in 1 second, we're gonna bless that all into our bodies, bless all the blessings, and just kind of internalize it. And there will be one more piece of stagecraft before that happens. So I'd love if folks could hold this melody as we move into blessing. You'll find the words that we'll use for blessing on page 3. And Zoom friends, please get going. Keep going. Go Eloti, Hamalach go Eloti mikora, Yevarech et hanarim, Vayikra vehem shemi. Vishem avotai, Vishem imotai, Avraham v'Yitzchak, v'yigdu larov, v'yigdu larov, b'kerev haaretz. Yismechem Elohim kasara kerivka karachel chelea ke'Ephraim v'chi Menashe. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yaseh lecha shalom. May we join each other in making this world better for all. May we feel the velvety night wrap around us, soothing all worries and healing us with tenderness. May we keep showing up for each other. May we carry each other. May we have the strength to ask for help when needed and the compassion to support all those in need. May we expand our idea of who is in our community. May we continue to care for each other and also those who we do not know yet. May we go beyond justice to the depths of love and connection like the forest defenders in Atlanta. May we welcome strangers not only because we were strangers in Mitzrayim, but also because our multitude is stronger and diverse. May we all remember the message of the Mishnah that it is equally holy to ask for help as to give it. May we ask for help when we need it, binding us together in giving and receiving mitzvot. May we all work tirelessly until every American has affordable housing and affordable health care. May we have the courage to move beyond one-sided ideas of charity into mutual support and care. May our community web extend further than we expect and be held in return. May we always be embraced by loving community even when we are too broken to ask for help ourselves. May we keep our guard and our masks up since COVID is still a thing. May we protect each other with all that we have. Ken yehi ratzon. Yedidai, yadai, yadai. Yedidai, yadai, yadai, yadai. Yadai, yadai, yadai. Yadai, yadai, yadai. Along with all of our normal Zoom blessings, I want to add one additional blessing, especially for the care committee. Rondi, wherever Rondi is, Rondi, Caroline, all of our volunteers. I offer these blessings on the behalf of our whole clergy team, Rabbi Ariel and Rabbi Stiefel, to know that we are beyond grateful for all the work that you do. All that you do for our community. We see the big things, the small things, the infrastructure of support, the literal and metaphoric spreadsheets of love. On behalf of our clergy team, I'll offer the following blessing. May your casseroles serve the deep nutritional and spiritual needs of our people. May your pens ever bring comfort to those in need of love. May the roads be clear and never icy when you give a member of this community a ride. May the mourners of this community feel the depth of your attention and support. May you not only give, but also have the strength of asking for help and support. And in the end, may the casserole dish from that first blessing return to you in peace. And in one piece. Yadadai, yadai, yadai. Yadadai,
There are no casseroles in this.
yadai. Yadai. I have just been informed that there's no casseroles in the state, but only hot dishes. Can you hear that song? We can begin to put a seal on our service tonight. On page 284, 7 lines from the bottom, the words V'hashevota, number 19 online. Feel free to stand in body or spirit. V'hashevota elevavecha
Ki Adonai hu Elohim
v'hashevota
elevavecha Ki
Adonai hi Elohim v'nehem v'haya Adonai v'melech al kol haaretz v'yom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. Folks can be seated. Next couple minutes in our service to remember those in our community, in our lives, in our family who have died. I'm going to read a list of folks who have died in the last 30 days and people for whom it's the anniversary of their death. If you hear someone who's a family member or a loved one, feel free to flag me down dramatically. I'd love to come over and give you a mic to share just a sentence or two of story and memory. We're in the first 30 days of death since the deaths of Honey Zell, mother of Bobby Zell and mother-in-law of Rabbi Deborah Rappaport, and Peter Raymond Lindell, father of Kim Colburn Lindell. We're in the yard site for Irving Armour, Emmy Higg Matzner's grandfather, Margaret Bear, Michael Bear's wife, are.
Oh, let's see, this is the 17th yard site of my wife, Margaret. Sorry. She was great. 30 years. Mother of 2 great kids. Sorry. Also, Donald Walker is 1 year later, to the exact day my brother-in-law, Donald Walker, passed away, and he was a great big kid, a lot of fun. And both blessed memories.
Thank you so much for sharing. We're also in the yard site for Ruby Berkovitz, Sheldon Berkovitz's mother, Evelyn Bronstein, Shep Harris's grandmother, May Cooper, Elaine Rudick's mother, Nathan Friedman, Shep Harris's step-grandfather, Dorothy Frank Freschel and Steve Freschel, Jenny Levy's parents. Debbie Friedman, Barbara Egel's sister, Jack Gerlich, Michael Gerlich's father, Lillian Gersten, Kay Harris's mother-in-law, Louis Goldie, Dorothy Goldie's father, Anna Higgs, Dan Higgs Matzner's grandmother, Sandra Kahn, Jonathan Kahn's mother, Manuel Kane, Ellen Stetner's father-in-law, Dorothy Kravitz, Becky Saltzman's grandmother, Samuel Lipton, Miriam Weinstein's uncle, Meryl Mimi Marvey, Vicky Lynn Marvey's mother, Frida Matthews, Robin Eric's grandmother, Betsy Ornstein, John Ornstein's mother, Marlene Ornstein, Howard Ornstein's mother, Evelyn Oxman, Phil Oxman's mother, Aaron Stavitz, Steve Stavitz's father, Donald Walker, Michael Barr's brother-in-law, Mendel Weisner, Ben Weisner's father. Are there any names that I didn't read that folks would like to bring into our space tonight?
It's the 8th yard site of Ruth Ellen Hofer Schmatz, who's Lakin's mom. And Lakin is one of the dearest people to me, and so I'm forever grateful to Ruth for helping make Lakin Lakin.
My colleague and mentor, Murray McAllister, died suddenly 30 days ago. He was an amazing pain psychologist who helped numerous people learn how to cope with and manage chronic pain and reduce their use of opioids.
Laurel Riedel asked me to share that her sister's child's brother-in-law died suddenly. He was skiing and he apparently had a heart attack and just died. He's got young children, and she and her family are going to be in Austin, Texas this weekend for the funeral.
Thanks for bringing that, Julie.
Debbie Friedman's name passed very quickly, and it seems odd not to say a word about it. Debbie is one of 3 women in my life who saved my life with Jewish music. She is the reason I play guitar so oddly with finger picks. She was my teacher. She was a storm. She gave up her body. She gave up her heart to bring people in with song. And she changed the way we do things forever.
We'll bring our remembrance to all those spirits, all those names on page 294 with the words of Mourner's Kaddish. Feel free to rise in body or spirit. Yitgadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah. Be'alma divrach hirute ve'amlich malchute. Bechayechon uvyamechon uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael. Bagala uvizman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mivarach le'olam omei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemet dekudesha brechu. Elam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiram be'alma v'yimru amen. Yehi shama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru Oseh shalom b'mamav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru. Amen. May their memories be for a blessing. Folks can be seated. We'll close out our service tonight in just a moment, but first I'd love to invite up Board Member Extraordinaire Linda to read our announcements.
Very quickly, I will be reading announcements. Zoom announcement, where are we here? Okay, in person. Thank you for being with us tonight. I'm Linda, member of the board. It's such a joy to be together. It really is. A fantastic evening. At the end of the service, please return the prayer books to the usher table, separate song sheets from the cedrine. A reminder that your community is here to support you, but we can't do that if we don't know what you're experiencing. So please reach out to our rabbis if you encounter a life change. Whether you're home with COVID, recently had a baby, going through a divorce, or experiencing devastating loss, there is a wealth of nourishing help available. So please share your lives with our rabbis so they can activate the Shir Tikva network of support. Find all of our Shir Tikva programming updates in our weekly e-news and on our website. One special note, Rabbi Deborah Rappaport will be teaching a class starting in early February on Jewish environmental spirituality. This class is now open for both in-person and online students. Next weekend at Shir Tikva will be busy. We'll have a celebration of our community's immigration justice work on Friday night, our annual day of service, Tu B'Shvat Seder on Sunday, and we're co-sponsoring a community-wide Jewish cultural festival, Klezmer on Ice. If what you heard tonight inspires you to volunteer, caring committee members will be in the Oneg Hall with sign-up sheets and to answer questions. I also saw on Sunday evening, I think there's some or Sunday afternoon, there's some singing here. 5 o'clock. Let's see. Thank you to all those who made tonight possible. Rabbi Joey, Sophie Gutterl, and MJ Gilbert, Gordon, woohoo, the Makom Minyan, David Bailey, Julie Jacobs, and Lori Sweet. Thank you to our Shomrim for your steady presence. In the spirit of the Jewish tradition of giving, we invite donations to support Shir Tikva's vision, educational programs, accessible services, and social justice work. Please consider making a gift at a level that is right for you. Thank you all for being here tonight.
One more brief announcement. Someone in the process of purifying themselves for the Shabbat left their phone in the bathroom, thus allowing their phone to continue the Shabbat purification process. That phone is over there on the usher table, and if you're not sure whether or not you left your phone, it seems to have cheese graters on the home page photograph. So if that's you.
2 quick announcements from the field.
Yes, there's a Hamantaschen sale. There are sheets out there. Money from the Hamantaschen sale is going to the caring community in Shir Tikva. So please fill out the sheets, and also if you have loved ones who live far away or in college, we'll mail it to them.
It sounds like the phone belongs to Simone, is that correct? Oh, somebody named Simone is texting, so hopefully that person can grab their phone.
Say hi for us.
Say hello, yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Milo. I'm Jewish Community Actions Communications Manager. I just have a, thank you. I have a quick announcement on Monday. So yeah, this Monday, January 30th at 3:30 p.m. at the Capitol, there will be a rally for driver's licenses for all. So we want people to be able to drive, the roads of Minnesota without having to worry about, oh, I don't have a license because I'm not a U.S. citizen. Our roads should be for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, let's make blessings on wine and challah outside as we're enjoying our oneg, which is sponsored by the Care Committee, and let's end in song.
Thank you. Sorry
Good Shabbos. Let's meet outside for an oneg. If the past and current presidents of the Care Committee could help me make motzi, that would be amazing.
Yeah, and yeah, that was fun.